Welcome back. Okay, so this is Kcpc class, as if we were having a class on 6-2, Ventures 4, Unit 10, Part 3. So we are going to open our student book to page 125. And it says, talk with a partner. Take turns making sentences about Victor's real and unreal plans for New Year's Eve. So, A, if Victor stays home on New Year's Eve, he will have a party with his friends. Possible. Not possible. But if he traveled to Florida, he would spend New Year's Eve near the beach. Not possible, imaginary, using the word would. In the chart on the left-hand side, we've already done the first one. Let's do the second sentence using the example in the blue box. If Victor has a party at his house, he will cook for his friends. Remember, he needs an S. B, imaginary, but if this happened, we would use the word would. How would we create the sentence? But if he had a lot of money, he would take his friends to a nice restaurant in Florida. So this is one idea for celebrating a birthday, going to a really nice restaurant. That is extremely popular here in the United States to do that. And as a matter of fact, if you're celebrating children's birthdays, instead of celebrating at home, people go to places like Chuck E. Cheese or fast food restaurants. I didn't say that. Or just a fun, casual restaurant with the little friends. Usually they have playgrounds outside so the kids can play outside. Okay, the next one. If Victor goes to his parents' house, he will have a quiet celebration with his family. Remember, and if he goes to his parents' house, comma, he will have a quiet celebration with his family. The other side, but if he traveled to Florida or if he were in Mexico, he would eat 12 grapes at midnight. So this must be a custom, a Mexican custom. I did not look that up, but that would be kind of fun and interesting to do. Okay, next. If Victor travels to New York, he will celebrate New Year's Eve in Times Square. He needs an S, travels, if he travels. The other side, but if he traveled to Brazil, he would watch fireworks on the beach at midnight. Last one, if Victor goes to a club, he will dance all night. He needs an S. Go, goes. Future, not possible, not going to happen, but if he did, this is what he would do. If he were in France, he would have a special dinner. Okay. Write sentences about Victor's real and unreal plans. We've already did that. Work with a partner. Complete the chart with your real and unreal plans for some future holidays or special events. Now, I know I can't hear you, but I want you to think about it, create them, and then speak them out loud. Holiday or event, New Year's Eve. Real, stay home. Unreal, be in my native country. So if I spend New Year's Eve in America, I will stay home. If I were in my native country, I would. Okay, great. Next, birthday. Here's my opinion. If I celebrate my birthday here in the United States, I will go to a restaurant. If I celebrate my birthday in my native country, if I were to celebrate my birthday in my native country, I will, oh, excuse me, I would. Okay, so the other two are ideas. We're not going to do that. And so now we have completed as much as we can using this format. Page 125. Turn to page 126, please. My grandson. Hope and wish. Grammar focus. Possible and impossible. So which word do you think goes with possible? Hope. Which word do you think obviously has to go with impossible? Wish. Everyone, use hope to talk about something you want that is possible in the present and future. Hope. Use wish to talk about situations that are not possible in the present or future. Examples, possible situations. Samira hopes her cousin will come to her wedding. Impossible, Samira wishes her cousin would come to her wedding. Next, Samira hopes her cousin comes to her wedding. Impossible, Samira wishes she had more money. Next, Nick and Mia hope they can go to the party. So that means there's a possibility. However, if there is no possibility, then they would say, Nick and Maria wish they could go to the party, but it's not possible because they will be out of the country or they have another event. Wish for impossible, hope for possible. Okay, practice. Complete the sentences, use hope or wish in the correct form of the verb or modal. Everyone, Paul's high school graduation is tomorrow. His friend Louis has to work. Louis wishes he could go to Paul's graduation, but obviously he can't. It's just a wish because he has to work. Number 2, Paul's father has asked for the day off so that he can attend his son's graduation. Is it possible? Yes. So you're going to use the word hope. What is it going to be? He hopes he gets the day off. He needs an S on the verb. Next, Paul's grandfather has been sick. He's not sure if he will attend the graduation. Not sure. Doesn't say impossible, not sure. So the answer is going to be Paul hopes his grandfather will attend the ceremony. Good. Number 4, Paul's sister is out of the country, so she cannot come to the ceremony. Impossible. What word are you going to use? Wish. Paul wishes his sister could be here to attend his graduation. Number 5, the graduation ceremony will be outside. Paul hopes it will not rain. Paul hopes it will not rain. I give that little pause to give you a chance to say the sentence at home and then see whether it was correct or not and correct it as we read along in the corrected version. Okay. Number 6, Paul's parents would like to buy him a new car, but they can't afford it. Is it possible? No. So the word you're going to use is wish. They wish they could buy him a new car. Number 7, Paul wasn't accepted to the university, so he will go to a community college. Paul wishes he could go to the university, but he can't. So you're going to use the word wish. He was not accepted. Number 8, Paul has applied for financial aid. Paul hopes he gets financial aid to pay for his books. That's right. He, she, and it need an S on the verb. Hopes, gets. Number 9, it's possible that Paul will be able to transfer to the university in 2 years. He, this is possible, hopes he can transfer in 2 years. So we're going to use this also as a listening exercise. So I'm going to play the CD, and I want you can either look or not look, but since it's listening, it's best to just concentrate and focus on listening. I also want to say that this is and the last one, this is a very common practice for students, that he could transfer to the university. People go to community colleges and for 2 years, work really hard, get good grades so that they can then reapply to the university that they want to go to and spend the last 2 years at university. Okay, let's do 31.
Page 126. Exercise 2A. 1.
Paul's high school graduation is tomorrow. His friend Luis has to work. Luis wishes he could go to Paul's graduation.
2.
Paul's father has asked for the day off so that he can attend his son's graduation. He hopes he gets the day off.
3.
Paul's grandfather has been sick. He's not sure if he will attend the graduation. Paul hopes his grandfather will attend the ceremony.
4.
Paul's sister is out of the country, so she can't come to the ceremony. Paul wishes his sister were here to attend his graduation.
5.
The graduation ceremony will be outside. Paul hopes it will not rain.
6.
Paul's parents would like to buy him a new car, but they can't afford it. They wish they could buy him a new car.
7.
Paul wasn't accepted to the university, so he will go to a community college. Paul wishes he could go to the university.
8.
Paul has applied for financial aid. Paul hopes he gets financial aid to help pay for his books.
9.
It's possible that Paul will be able to transfer to the university in 2 years. He hopes he can transfer in 2 years.
Page 128.
So while I was listening to that, I was looking for verbs that were kind of linked together by sound, and I didn't find many, but I did find a few. And the first one was you would not say has to. It's has to. Has to. He has to apply. He has to go to. Go to. The next one, out of the. So when you say that, it's 3 words, but when you pronounce it, it actually sounds like 1 word, out of the. What is it? Out of the. That's right. The next one, would would like to. So it comes out sounding like would like to, T-A-H, would like to. The other one I found and heard was able to. This is almost two separate words, but it kind of sounds like it's one word, able to, able to. What is it? All right, let's do this one more time. Has to, out of the, would like to, able to. Okay, there we go. So that was 126. And now let's move over to our workbook, please. And turn to page 116. This is the workbook part to reinforce what we've just been talking about. Page 116, Lesson B, Conditionals. Decide whether the situations are possible or not possible. Number 1, if I had a day off on Saturday, I would go to your graduation party. Possible or not possible? Not possible. They do not have the day off. So that's why it says I would go if I didn't have to work. Number 2, we'll buy a wedding present for Clara if we go shopping tomorrow. Possible or not possible? Pretty possible. No would in this sentence. Number 3, if I had more money, I would take a vacation. Possible or not possible? Not possible, so there is the word would. Number 4, if Alvaro and Flor weren't so young, they would get married soon. Possible or not possible? Not possible, so you use the word would. Number 5, if Jason has a birthday party, I'll make chocolate cake for him. Possible or not possible? That's right, possible. Number 6, if you registered for gifts, people would know what present to buy for you. So it's impossible for them to do that because that person has not yet registered for the gifts. But if he did, they would buy them for you. Number 2, complete the conversation. Use the future real or unreal conditional forms of the verbs. A, I just heard that Mimi and Kwan are getting married in August! Exclamation point. Really? That's great. If she invites me to the reception, I'll go, or I will go. I don't know much about Korean weddings. Where do people usually have the reception? Well, if they live in South Korea, they will have their reception at a wedding hall. But there are no Korean wedding halls here. If they live, I'm sorry, that was incorrect. If they lived in South Korea, which they do not, they would have their reception at a wedding hall. But there are no Korean wedding halls here. Okay. Next, Mimi is writing the invitations now. If everyone comes, they will have 200 guests. That's a big wedding. So that's a possibility that that is going to happen. Not really. If they had their wedding in South Korea, at least 300 people would come. So that means it is not a big wedding according to Korean tradition. There are usually lots and lots of people at a Korean wedding, but since it's not in South Korea, then you're going to use the word would. Okay, so I'm sure there are other interesting wedding customs in South Korea and China and Ukraine that I would love to know about, but since we're not in class, that's not possible. Think about them. Maybe we'll share when we see each other. Have a good day.